to another episode of Minecraft Desync. Not so Secret Saturday. We last left off, we were up above, and now we're down below. Why? Well, we kind of need more materials. So I started branch mining. Got a few goodies down here. Not much, really. But that's not the reason we're hanging out down here now. The real reason is I poked my head into a cave and realized it was a very big cave. So instead of having another build off, we're just going to go into the cave. We have a few markers. I'm going to truly mark this off. That way we can kind of see where we are and how we stand. But I only poked my head in here briefly to kind of get a bearing. So I'm like, oh, this will be small. I'll just kind of clear it out and be on my merry way. Instead, this just kept going. So we're going to grab everything of value we can. We'll probably be here for a little bit. Now, this is where it's dangerous. Okay. Ah, the water source. I want that. I want that water because I don't have water down here. I'm hoping for more iron and diamonds than coal. I mean, I still need coal. We're gonna need lots of it, but I would prefer the more expensive stuff. He says as he's trying to clear out the top. Oh, this makes sense because I don't want things dropping on my head. And I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure how much caving we've truly done. I know we went and just kind of, after several failed excursions. Yes, this keeps going. That's why. But several failed excursions in the native cave system. The native cave system at Atlantis. We just went to the one that I actually knew had stuff in it. Because I was going in there getting like half a stack of iron and getting blown to hell. Not a great ROI. But this one already seems like it's got some goodies. Come on, clear out. Ay, ay, ay. Is that so hard? You have to constantly deal with lava physics. Okay, that looks good. Now, not much more has really occurred, I guess, politically, I guess. Other than the whole Epstein list being like, well, why do you care about the Epstein list? Brother, because we all know, we all know that there are some people that don't need kneecaps anymore. And they're all on that list. This will make sense here in a second. I just want to make sure I have a water source somewhere, and this will also allow me to actually... just another waypoint that I can have lying around. Find a water source, you're probably in your home. Like some people, they just don't deserve kneecaps. I guess there was another kind of philosophical quandary, I guess, in modern Christianity, is that there are two sides currently. Christianity has gone too far and has specifically caused this, so we need to return, so to speak, to an older version, but that does... And the others are like, well, if you have to return, then the problems are going to crop back up. Because it's like, the thought process is you weren't supposed to read the book literally. Versus another group that's like, you must read the book literally, otherwise you're a bad person. Like, that's kind of like the schism. And I guess it's like, that's an interesting way to look at it. Because, yeah, it's a valid argument. I mean, Christianity is like literally the harbinger of actual tolerance and equality. Or at the very least, is used as a bludgeoning agent for it. Which means that the kind of lunacy we see is an extension of Christianity, whether you want to admit it or not. And it's a valid claim. Very valid, in fact. Because I really don't see how it's not. Like, perhaps there's a better way to look at it, but at the same time, you kind of have to wonder. Because the Crusades, dude, the Crusades are a certainly violent section of Christianity, but then you also have to remember that the people who fought in the Crusades were like barely 2 generations removed from their pagan ancestors. They were literally raised by their parents or their grandparents with this violent, with the pagan violence in mind. So begs the question, were the Crusades a sort of pressure release valve to just kind of get rid of the violent elements, or at least move them elsewhere? Or is there a different purpose? Did we really get all the cave? I thought this was much bigger. I mean, it kind of checks out because even Europe was still half pagan at the time of the Crusades. That's why you had Northern Crusades. You had Crusades into Russia, Crusades into the Scandinavian wilderness. Lots of them just kind of rooted out, I suppose. Because if it was really pagan, mystic sort of values that they were raised on, making it a synchronism almost. Ooh, do not knock that over. Making the Crusades a sort of paganistic synchronism. Then one has to wonder, like, were the Crusades really ours or something? Christian in name. I hear you. Oh, here we are. That's what I was looking for. Thanks. Oh, another one. And if you think about it, our movies, think about our movies. Always, like, anyone with, like, any virtue who makes the hard decision, it's usually the bad guy. Using the paganistic values. Whereas, like, the hero is always some version of peace, love, diverse. I mean, kind of checks out, doesn't it? Even if it is a little strange and a stretch, there is merit to this. This has been the worst cave harvest. So it kind of makes you wonder if these values are what got us into the mess, then what good were they? After all, the point of a system is what it does. If the system does all the system does is tear you apart, then what good was the system itself? Maybe there's some way to kind of reignite the past sparks, but I wouldn't know how to the first thing to do. Because if you need to inject paganism into Christianity to get it to function, well, I suppose then once you run out of pagans, you've run out of injections. But if it doesn't, and it can wield that violence again, there just might still be some hope for it yet. After all, I wouldn't know what the right move is. The only right move I can see is burn it all down and see what comes back, because we've let the weeds grow for a long while now. Metaphorically speaking, anyway. This was a cave. So now it's time to cut the wheat from the chaff, so to say. Clean house. Because otherwise we got a problem. A really big one in the future. Well, good thing I went up. Okay. Okay, this is going to keep going, so we're going to go run around and grab those. Grab these nodes. Just keep going this way. Okay, you dead end. So, if we... This is why we need a nice global thermonuclear war. What better way to sort the wheat from the chaff than by burning it? Chaff will burn, the wheat will be okay. A little crispy, but it'll at least do for now. I mean, shit. If you think back, like, this is normal for... Or they should be... They should be normal for our people. Like the Protestant Reformation and the religious wars and that it caused in the Holy Roman Empire, just almost 30 to 50% of Germany just slaughtered. I mean, think about it. Think about it that way. We slaughtered each other over minute differences in the book. Definitely one of those. Can we channel that again? Is it possible? Should we? I couldn't tell you. I'm just a cat boy. Coal. Right, we got more up here now. You dead end. I mean, looks like you're trying to anyway. You did. Okay. Not that you had much in this direction anyway. It looks like you were just dirt poor. Dirt poor part of the cave. Fall. Falling hurts. There we go. All that's gotten. I don't see anything else in the ceiling. You were a dead end. Maybe this way had more? This is the way back. I know that. Looks like there's some more coal in the wall. I'll take it. This will be useful. Hardly any iron, though. Are we in an iron poor portion of the world? I feel like even though we're like in the roughly the same location in Bait, we're not too far away from the same seas. The iron disparity for this is enormous. Is it a fault of my own? Have I just been too poor? Here's the tunnel we followed. Or not really followed, but harvested. Get the rest of the coal out of the wall, at least, I guess. Here, I heard that. Where is the way out? That's light. I think this way. Yeah, here we are. We go roughly not this way. Oh yeah, this way. We can go this way. Boop. Boop. Blue rock. Oh yes. Slightly more. Oh yeah. Well, we're right here, so we're gonna drop off a chunk of our inventory since we're right here. We're right by the door, so we're just gonna go drop it off and come back in. This looks really cool, but I'll probably never dig something like this again, not without diamond tools. Doing this with stone was, no. Now, hopefully, though, we can find more diamonds in there. Getting a little skimpy on some of these resources. And we're ready for round 2. Take all this. Alright, but in any case, I hope you all enjoyed watching, and we will see you all on the next episode of Minecraft Desync, Not So Secret Saturday Edition. Bye-bye!